got George Strait, I Cross My Heart. First time we're coming to George Strait in a long time on the channel.
Yeah, I was going to say, is this the first time? But I think we did one before, like a long time
We've
ago.
done two, and the last one I believe that we did was Troubadour, if I remember correctly.
Yes, and that was a long time ago.
Yeah, and it seems like George Strait, from what I remember, lives that country lifestyle, that cowboy lifestyle. I remember us seeing videos, I think, of him riding in that Troubadour video, if I'm remembering correctly. It was a long time. Forgive me if I'm getting some of this wrong. But George Strait, somebody that we were not familiar with at all, and been a while, so I figured, we got to come back to him, because I remember reading he had some ridiculous number of #1 hits. Like, it was insane, like
he's
60
known as
#1 hits or something.
King of country.
Yeah, known as the King of Country. And this song here, I Cross My Heart, is from a movie, a film that he was in the film,
Yeah, he
right?
starred in it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Dusty Chandler.
A Pure Country was the name of the film.
Yeah,
and
I have never seen it, but I've heard of the character before.
I've never heard of it before. And so this song was off of the soundtrack for that film, and I believe we're going to get features of the film in this music video here. So we don't know a ton about George Strait, so you should let us know more down below by hitting the comments section. Let us know if there's anything else you want us to see from George Strait on the channel. We appreciate all your insights. And I did really like George. I mean, he seemed very authentic, and like I said, just even from the glimpses that we got from him, what am I saying? I can't speak. From him, the glimpses that we got from him thus far, he seemed like he was very down to earth.
Yeah, but very, like you said, a very authentic country feel.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if we get that on this one as well. I Cross My Heart.
Love is unconditional. We knew it from the start. I see it in your eyes. You can feel it from my heart. From here on after, let's stay the way we are right now, and share all the love and laughter that a lifetime will allow. I cross my heart and promise to give all I've got to give to make all your dreams come true. In all the world, you'll never find a love as true as mine. My life complete, and as long as there's a breath in me, I'll make yours just as sweet. As we look into the future, it's as far as we can see. So let's make each tomorrow be the best that it can be.
We'll pause it there where he's falling off his chair.
Falling off his chair, flirting with the ladies.
In admiration. Wholesome for sure. Great love song. How can you look at this and not smile? I mean, even everybody in the video is seemingly smiling.
I know.
And having a good time.
I was thinking that too.
And it is interesting now that we've gotten some differences in going through newer country, newer music, traveling back, and this is from 1992. And I could King of Country as George Strait. You guys I think love George Strait a lot. You guys came through in the comments. We're like, George is the best. And I can see the difference. I can hear the difference, I should say, in country, in the sound of it. And I don't think I would have picked up on that before if doing the channel. And it's just got like this more soul to it. I can't really pinpoint what I'm feeling or hearing right now. But in terms of, modern country versus older country, I definitely can hear a difference in this. As soon as it came on, I was just like, yeah, I can feel that a bit more. I just feel like it taps into my emotion a bit more. And, you know, as a love song, as I said, like cross my heart, you know, sacrifice myself for you. You're the most important thing in my life. This whole idea, you don't really get that authenticity. And it's funny, I just said that in the, you know, in the beginning, in the introduction, when we said, you know, what are we going to get? And that's exactly what I'm getting. Like, it doesn't feel fake at all to me.
No.
It feels like that's who George is, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And I think that the big thing I noticed is I feel like country from this era was a lot more like stripped down with the bells and whistles of the instrumentation, and it wasn't as flashy. It was more of like just a wholesome, authentic, like you said, a wholesome, authentic feel to the music through his vocal delivery. He sounds very sincere with his vocal delivery, and the soul in his voice is coming out, I think, as well as, well, I think the visuals play a lot into it too. Like, I feel like you're seeing some of these visuals while you're listening to it. So that's going to play on your emotions a little bit more, right, from the movie. But I do feel like I agree with what you're saying, that listening to the song, it's not like he's just singing the song. It's like he's singing the song from his heart. It feels like it's true.
Yeah. And is this giving you Yellowstone vibes at
A
all?
little bit, yeah.
I was thinking about that. You know, we've watched the full series of that. Been a while, but it was giving me flashbacks to Yellowstone, because you don't really see that anywhere. That cowboy lifestyle,
Yes.
you don't see it anywhere
really
else,
been
right?
the only time that I've been exposed to that from like a visual standpoint, because we have never really watched like Western cowboy style
No.
films or anything like that.
No, and so what I'm just saying is, like, we don't do a lot of country on the channel
Mm-hmm.
either. So coming to this video, it's like this first time that I've been exposed to that again. And even watching Yellowstone, I'm like, I need to go buy a ranch, like have my own ranch. I need that in my life, that detoxification of just getting away from everybody. And, you know,
Wear a cowboy hat and ride a horse.
maybe one day.
You will always be the miracle that makes my life complete. And as long as there's a breath in me, I'll make yours just as sweet. As we look into the future, it's as far as we can see. So let's make each tomorrow be the best that it can be. I cross my heart and promise to give all I've got to give to make all your dreams come true. In all the world, you'll never find a love as true as mine. And if along the way we find a day it starts to storm, you've got the promise of my love to keep you warm. In all the world, you'll never find a love as true as mine. A love as true as mine.
And that was George Strait, I Cross My Heart, from 1992, as we can see.
Sure, that was a very, very popular wedding and special event song, anniversaries, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's a valid point. Yeah, great love song. Let us know if any of you guys chose this as your love song, or your love song, your wedding song.
Yeah, first dance song. It was probably very popular for that.
Yeah. So you enjoyed it?
I did. I thought it was great.
Yeah, I think we should probably come back to George.
Yeah, so
And
let us know some suggestions in those comments.
do some more from him. I don't know if he's released any music recently. I don't know how his career played out. Like I said, I do remember reading he had just an abnormal amount of #1 records, hit records. But I'm not surprised. You know, he's got a real smooth voice and seems to be able to put his pen, his emotions into the music perfectly. So
Yeah, for sure.
let us know down below. Make sure that you cross your heart and stay true. And have a great day, guys. We'll see you on our next one.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.